Hi guys, how are you doing? I hope you're very well indeed. Okay, so how to keep going when you really don't have to, or you really don't want to. This talk is going out to just my clients, because I wanted to have a little word with you all. We've got the January blues a little bit, and also something that I come into contact with a lot. So when I'm on the phone to you and you're signing up for my programs and things like that, I always say to you, don't I? Once you're in, you're in. The only way out of it is through it. And there's a reason for that, because there's going to come a point somewhere in the program or in the subscription where you go, I don't want to do this anymore. And it's because you're pissed off or you're fed up and no motivation and things like that, and that's what I'm there for. When you have a wobble, that's what I'm there for. And it's true, the little picture that's up on the front of this video, the universe loves a stubborn heart, and it's when you want to give in, that is the time to kick in and keep going. I've made a few notes here. These are very practical things you can do to keep going when you really don't want to. Yeah? So the first one is to plan ahead, but not too far ahead. So what overwhelms a lot of people is they think 6 months down the line, or 6 weeks down the line, or 3 weeks down the line, and they get overwhelmed with the amount of things that they've promised themselves to do. But we're approaching this from a different angle. We're creating better relationships with our body, a better relationship with food. Yeah, we're learning to love ourselves, we're learning to enjoy our exercise. So yes, plan, but don't plan too far ahead. Really, I want you focusing on each day and each day only, and I want you to be listening to your body. And if you're having a bad day, be kind to yourself. You don't have to, I'm just looking at my notes here, you don't have to be all guns blazing every single day. If your body's needing a rest, that's fine. You'll be able to do more tomorrow, but just focus on the now. And you can plan a Zumba class on a Wednesday, or you can plan to go out for a walk with a friend on a Friday, but don't think too far ahead. The other thing is, people often assume that our nutrition, our bodies, has got nothing to do with our mental health or emotional health, and how wrong you could be. So the big thing when you're doing a big massive health kick is not to let yourself go too long and get too hungry, because that will make you emotional, and it will also make you irrational. So if you go too long between meals and you get too hungry, then you're going to get emotional and you're going to get irrational. The other thing that's going to happen as well is if you get too tired. So if you get too tired, you're going to get emotional and you're going to get irrational. So I always say to people, when you see 2-year-olds throwing a tantrum on the floor and someone always goes, oh bless him, he's tired. That doesn't change as we get older. So those adult tantrums that we're throwing, that's because we're too tired, or we're too hungry, or we've gone too long without energy. We still have that emotional tantrum. It's just people don't look at it as a cute thing anymore. So that's the other practical thing that you can do. Don't go too long, don't get too hungry, don't get too tired. Stay accountable. This is what I'm here for. Yeah, your accountability. So I know that some of you like to skip off the radar, and that is fine, but you got to check in with me, because if you don't check in with me, I'm going to worry about you like your mother, and then I'll start stalking you. Then you're going to get 50 million messages with me going, where are you? You're too quiet. What's going on? And that's because I'll be worrying about where your head is at. Yes? So stay accountable to me, to each other. Use the Facebook group. Support each other. And for those, you might be part of other groups, use them. Be there for each other. Be there and support each other and stay accountable to each other, because it really helps. That support network is absolutely everything. The other thing, rather than, I said don't get too hungry, but I want you to ask yourself, am I hungry? So when you're on a health kick, the body's sending out all kinds of signals. And again, it will send out emotional and psychological signals that may trigger food cravings and things like that. And so I want you to ask yourself, am I hungry, or does my body need something else? Yeah? And I want you to be very honest about yourself. I want you to really think about this, when you're thinking about, what do I need? And this is where people just go, am I hungry? Or do I actually need a hug? And I don't care what you hug, really. You can hug the dog. I regularly hug the dog, and hug a teddy bear. I don't care what it is, but is that what you need? Rather than the food, what is it you actually need? If you're not genuinely hungry, what is it that you need? Is it comfort? Is it a hug? Is it love? Is it reassurance? Do you need a friend to go, it's going to be okay? What is it you need? And you really do find out so much about yourself in these moments. And there is no shame in saying, I need some love, or I need some comfort, or I need someone to reassure me. There's no shame in that. If that's what you need to go out and find a different way of getting it, because the food isn't going to give it to you. I've said this before, take it day to day. I want you to take it just moment to moment. I don't want you to think too far ahead emotionally or psychologically. I want you to feed your body. We're having a different relationship with food now. So if we're going to keep going when we really don't want to, then we've got to have a different relationship with ourselves. We are learning all about ourselves in a new way. We are having a different relationship with food. I want you to enjoy your food so much. I really, really do. And I said to a lady last night, actually, I said, no mediocre eating. No dirty, floppy ham sandwich from some dirty place which doesn't inspire you and it doesn't even taste good and you have to have 6 packets of crisps afterwards because it was so rank. No mediocre eating. I want you to eat gorgeous food. Gorgeous food. Really good, gorgeous, nutritious, lovely, tasty, amazing food is going to really satisfy you. Yeah? And it can be quick as well. You can have the most amazing, gorgeous wrap that's really tasty and yummy. Just like you can make a gorgeous meal that's tasty and yummy. But I want you to start enjoying your food. And just because you're eating healthy doesn't mean dirty, bland food. So let's just focus on that. The other thing I want you to do is, when we eat too little or too much, we will have a psychological and emotional response to that, and it will make you feel depressed. Yeah? So this is a time to assess your portion sizes. Yeah? So I want you to assess your portion sizes. I know there's a few of you looking at blood sugar levels at the moment and things like that. You'll know when you've eaten too much or too little, because you'll feel down. Yeah? And you won't want to do, you think, oh, sod it, I can't be bothered. Yeah? So assess your portion sizes. We want a decent portion, but we don't want it to be massive and we don't want it to be too little. I want you to really fuel your body. I want you to enjoy your food. You will get a psychological and emotional response if it's too much or too little. You'll feel down. And that's another reason why you won't want to continue. The big one is manage your stress levels. Yeah, so this is where I come in as well for managing stress levels. But I need you to manage your stress levels as well. If you're not willing to make some small changes to improve your stress levels, what hope do I have of helping you? Do you know what I mean? So if, for example, that coffee at 5 o'clock in the day is stressing you out, it's time to kind of put that one to bed. If you're not getting to bed on time and you're just tired all the time and the stress is up through the roof because of that, that is the time to put things to bed. And get yourself to bed. And the other thing is, it's being proactive with your stress levels as well. So I'm doing this at the moment. So I'm doing my 30 deep, slow breaths to really try and zen myself out. And I'm also taking a few supplements for stress as well to soothe my stress down, because we have to be proactive in managing our stress as well as changing our lifestyle. We've got to kind of really be proactive in that. And then you being proactive will make you feel better. Okay, motivate yourself daily. So when you can't be bothered to go on, you need some motivation, and it depends what you respond to. So I know one lady said to me that she hates looking in those slimming magazines and seeing the people that have lost 10 stones. It really peeves her off. It doesn't motivate her at all. She just thinks, sod it. Why am I bothering? So if that has that effect on you, don't look at them. Don't look at them. Find out what motivates you. You might need to compliment yourself every day. You might need to look in those magazines if you like those things. I really like YouTube clips, the before and afters on the YouTube clips. I really like those. But it might be more personal to you. You might have a dress that you want to hang on the front of your wardrobe, or a jacket that you really like, that you want to look good in, and that when you wake up in the morning and you see it, you might say, yeah, that's a good motivation. But the physical motivations won't really carry you very far. I always say to people have to dig a bit deeper to find their true motivation. And that's why I always ask people, why are you doing this? Tell me why this time. What makes this time different? And it's because we want to really hone into why you're doing it. So for instance, someone will say, I just want to lose weight and tone up, and then I'll feel happier in myself. And then they go, yeah, I can't really run around with the kids so much, actually. That's a bigger motivation, isn't it? When the kids want to run around. Or maybe you want to reconnect with a partner. Or maybe you want a partner. Or maybe you want a better sex life. Or maybe you want to feel happy. Yeah? You've got to look for your deeper motivation. The bikini isn't going to cut it. That will not keep you going when you don't want to. It's got to be deeper than that. It's got to be more than that. So when I was searching for the answer to my metabolism problems, I said, I want to get back to me. I want to get back to dancing Anna. I want to get back to showgirl Anna. It's true. It's true. That's what I wanted. And people were going, but Anna, that was when you were young and carefree. And I went, no, but I want that. I want that again. I want that feeling. And so I wanted to get back to that. I wanted to get back to me, So the other thing is, I am not short. I'm not, afraid of bribing people. If you need to bribe yourself, I regularly bribe myself. I go, right, well, if I do X, Y, and Z this week, I'll go and get my nails done. Yeah. I'm a bit of an eBay addict. I love eBay. I love tat. But I've kind of said in January, because we're in January, that I did a January freeze on eBay. I didn't just do dry January. I did dry eBay. So I've not been buying anything off eBay. But I have got a wish list there, and I'll go, well, when I lose £7 or when I fit into my new jeans, I am going to buy this top. So I'm not opposed to bribing myself. Or perhaps you want to book a holiday, make it big, make it gorgeous, or maybe you're going to get your hair done, or maybe you want to reward yourself. You're going to go out for a meal, but it's got to be a gorgeous meal. No mediocre fish and chips. We want to go out for an amazing meal if you're gonna go eating. So please reward yourself, and I want you to forget about the all or nothing. There's just life, yeah. So there's no all, there's no nothing. There's just life, and things are going to get in the way. There's going to be colds, and there's going to be kids going through GCSEs, and there's going to be all kinds of things happening, and maybe fights with partners, and parties, and joyful experiences as well as stressful experiences, and that is life. And so there is no kind of all or nothing syndrome. It's just progress. But I always say this, if you have a bad morning, that won't ruin the entire day. If you have a bad day, that won't ruin the entire week. If you have a bad week, it won't ruin the entire month. And if you have a bad month, it won't ruin the entire year, and I want you to kind of keep that in perspective. So just because your face fell into a bowl of donuts doesn't mean it has to stay in there. It doesn't mean you have to stay in that bowl of donuts. You can get out, you know, you can get out. So I just wanted to give some very practical tips so that you would know what to do when it hits you, where you think, oh, I can't be bothered, and I'm tormenting you from afar and saying, where are you, what's going on, you're a bit quiet. This is what I'm here for. Don't ever think you're pestering me. I'm here to support you and get you through it. And if I have to drag you through the hair of your head, that is what I will do, you know, because I promise, you committed to me and I made a promise to you that I was going to help you, and that is what I'm going to do. So let's recap. When you can't face going on, then this is what I want you to do. 1, plan ahead, but not too far ahead. I don't want you planning the year, just plan the week. Don't let yourself get too hungry or too tired. You will become emotional and irrational. Stay accountable to me, to each other. Support each other. I'll support you, you support me. We're all on this journey together. Ask, am I really hungry? What do I really need? And do a bit of digging there. What do you really need? If you need a hug, hug the dog, the cat, the hamster, I don't mind. Take it day by day. Don't just focus on the now. That's where life is. We're living in the present. Let's focus on the right now. I'm trying to do that at this moment. Reassess your portion sizes. Too much or too little will make you emotional and irrational as well. So we really want to hit the portion sizes on the head. It's not just about the amount of food that we're eating. It's about what it does to us emotionally and psychologically. The body's always speaking to us. We want to nourish it. We want you to enjoy food. We want you to connect with food in a different way. You manage your stress levels. What can you do this week to reduce your stress levels? Go to bed early, do your breathing, get out for a walk, cut someone loose, that's a bit of an energy vampire. What do you need to do to manage your stress levels? Motivate yourself daily. So whether this is clothes or a night out or whatever, you can motivate yourself daily. But for the real deep motivation, when you really don't want to go on, you've got to go deeper. You've got to find out what it is, why you're doing it, why you want to do it, whether it's to do with happiness or anything like that. Find out why you're doing it. Reward yourself, bribe yourself. I'm not above that. So if you need to bribe yourself to move yourself forward, that is a-okay with me. And forget the all or nothing. There is all or nothing now. There's just life. So I hope those things have been practical for you, and I hope they've really, really helped you. As I said, this is going out to all my clients. I am here. I'm always here. Use me. I'll speak to you soon. Bye for now.